This is Aminata. It is day 11. I have not recorded the past couple of days. Uh, well, because Sunday was a rest day, but also because I've been very busy um, and wanted to share something uh, about what I've been doing um, and also what came to me this morning. So, what came to me this morning about this whole thing of self care. You hear that a lot, self care, and especially in this day of selfies, and um, it's easy to think of it of me, myself, and I. But what I want to present here is rather than thinking of me, myself, and I, think about me and my relations. Um, from my godmother, I've learned the concept. Um, we say aho matakuyasi, which is Lakota saying, and it means me and my relations, which is similar to the concept of Ubuntu that we get from Southern Africa. This whole idea that as I am and I'm connected to everything. In Suriname, we have the exact same concept. And so the reason I haven't been on here for the past couple of days because I was writing an article. An article is about some of the research I've done way back when, in particular for my dissertation and this dance research that I did on Afro-Surinamese dance. And so the research talked about mental well-being. How are you well, and how we do that. And so our starting point in among the Afro-Surinamese people is, as I'm sitting here, literally I'm representing, right? Because I'm connected to all these forces that I'm connected with uh, that contribute to who I am, forces seen and unseen. So when you talk about nature forces, ancestors, family members, people that you're connected to, your environment, all that contributes to you are. And so to be mentally well, to live well, is to live in harmony with all those things that you're connected to. That's basically what it's about. And um, and so one of the things I talk about in this article is how dance, and particularly during slavery days, um, dance was one of the means to establish, to pursue that harmony. Because what dancing did, especially for the slaves, and I use slave as opposed to enslaved on purpose, and if you want to know why, that's another story. Um, but what dancing did, and now imagine these people working 10, 12, 14 hours a day, and then at night they would go out and dance. And it's not just because dancing makes you feel good, but through dancing, they got their affirmation about their humanity. Through dancing, you get in touch with the ancestors, with nature, with the people that I'm with. So you get this confirmation about who you are as a human being, and that you matter as a human being, and that you are valid while living under these conditions every day that tell you the opposite. So I was revisiting all that information. And so again, this whole idea of me and my relation. So when I do things for myself, at the same time, I'm also doing it for all those things and all those, those things that I'm connected to. Um, so if we can start thinking about the self-care again, not about me, myself, and I, but if I'm well, then those I'm connected to will benefit from that also. So especially when you think about the people who are working in the hospitals right now, the care providers, the parents at home. When mommy is happy, then everybody's happy. And this mommy's daddy's too. So how important that is, because sometimes we start working really hard, and it's easy to give, and do, and then we feel guilty, or we skip taking care of ourselves, which is not a good thing. And so two things in revisiting this information that came to me. One was one of the dances that we had was banya, and banya was seen as a secular dance, but it really was not secular. There was a lot of spirituality and things going on, but they presented it as secular. Um, and then so like once a year, they were given a day to do this, perhaps two. And what they would do, what these slaves would do is once they started with the dancing, they would get a brand new, very sharp knife and put it on the door seal, um, on the steps of the plantation owner or the director. Usually you would have directors in Suriname, the plantation owners were somewhere else. And so they would lay this brand new, very sharp knife, what we call an injinifi. They would lay it on the door sill. And that was the request to extend the dancing. And without any verbal confirmation, the dance would be extended. So these people were like, you don't understand. We have to dance. And then we just letting you know, so make this happen. And it would happen. And I thought that was amazing. And then another thing they would do when they would have these dances at night, they would have different songs and rhythms for different parts of the evening. And they would be linked to metaphors of birds. So we'd have three birds. So the first bird was the heron. So, so the heron songs had its own rhythms and its own songs, and then they would have a bench, and the bench would be to invite the spirits and the ancestors to take place on this bench. And also around this bench they had all kinds of candles. And so during the first part of the evening, when this evening started, you had the heron songs and the heron rhythms, and they would burn certain candles. Then they would transition, and they would use tuka, these transition songs, to transition to the next section, which would be the owls. So around midnight, you know, owls are at night. So then they would switch and sing different rhythms and songs and then burn different candles. And then around 3 in the morning, they would switch to the kakaforu, they would switch to the rooster, right? The one that announces the morning, and then you would have rooster rhythms and songs. So why did they do this? So they did this. So, you know, there were no clocks. And it was important, if you come and dance all night, that you get back to the fields or wherever you need to go on time so you don't get beaten. So this way, when you come, it's like, oh, the heron song is still, so I know I still have this and this and this and this before I have to go back. Or if you come during the owl songs, or if you come, you know, if you come during the rooster songs, you know, okay, I don't have much time, but it's time for me to go. So this whole system based on nature, based on metaphor, about connecting with the ancestors, connecting with the spirits, connecting with each other. But they were that determined. It's like, you know, we're living under these conditions, under these inhumane conditions, but this is what we need. And this is what we require. And so just the ingenuity, the creativity, the determination, and the understanding about how important it is to take care of your well-being, to take care of all that you are connected to, and that you take care of that and make sure that that's in harmony. And I also found in reading that in 1844 in Suriname, there was a group of 12 slaves basically filed a complaint against the plantation owner, a legal complaint, because he had not allowed them to dance for several years in a row, and they won, you know. So let our ancestors be an inspiration as far as how important it is to take care of ourselves, of yourself, and think of it as the plural, you know, me and my relations, you know, we and all of this together, that may we take care of ourselves. Have a great day. Bye-bye.